Time now for the Beer Chill Morning News on this Monday morning, December 7th, 2015. Good morning to you all this lovely Monday morning. Back to work, back to school. Here are your news and eyes here at our top story at 8 a.m. in this Sunday morning. Here is President Obama isn't seeking re-election, but his Sunday address about fighting Islamic State-style terrorism will be a major topic in the 2016 race to succeed, according to Republicans who critic the speech. Opposition supporters celebrate the closing of the polling station during the congressional elections in Caracas, Venezuela, as Venezuela opposition wins the majority of the country's National Assembly. According to former President Jimmy Carter, the cancer is gone. London, a 20-year-old man appeared in court on Monday after being charged by counterterrorism officers with attempted murder in a weekend knife attack at an underground station in East London. In Beirut, Syria accused U.S.-led coalition of aircraft of hitting a Syrian army position and killed 3 soldiers in an airstrike overnight Sunday, the first such allegation of this kind since the United States launched an air campaign against. A 7.2 magnitude earthquake struck the Central Asian nation of Pakistan on Monday, the U.S. Geological Survey said. The temblor, which hit a sparsely populated area some 130 miles east of the tension capital of Shabby at 12:50 p.m. The Environment Agency declared 130 flood warnings while residents in some areas were evacuated from their homes as the UK leader to visit flood-hit Northern Ireland and Scotland. In Johannesburg, President Jacob Zuma was not well known for poetic faces, however, as he opened the former China-Africa Cooperation FARC in Johannesburg this past week. He delivered a poetic face that could define our Africans. As ripples of China's $60 billion will be spread. In Ramallah, the killing of the 21-year-old Palestinian by Israeli police purposely after he went over Israeli and stepped over Jerusalem hit the front page headlines of Palestinian dailies. In New Delhi, India's foreign minister visited Pakistan for a regional conference in Afghanistan and talks with Pakistani leaders. The Justice Department plans to launch an investigation into the patterns and practices of the Chicago Police Department, a wide-ranging review similar to those that scrutinize the police departments in Ferguson, Missouri. A Florida wafer is placed in the water memoirs of lives lost during the Pearl Harbor attacks. In Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, during the memoir ceremony held aboard the Coast Guard cutter Teddy in Baltimore on December 7, 2014. Baltimore, the trial of the Baltimore police officer charged in the death of a young black man heads into the first full Wiggins testimony on Monday after the court last week heard of evidence that the man had asked for medical help when he wasn't a police fan. German yields fall after 2 days of sharp rises. ECB President Dovinson's research shaken investors, citing crude prices caught inflation expectation. Just a few years ago, the major concern about bananas and Denmark was large amounts of cocaine being found in the boxes of food being shipped out to the stores. Tokyo making Japan Governor Haruko Kuroda said on Monday that he said no needed to implement negative deposit rates in Japan as borrowing costs were already very low due to the central bank asset purchases which are aggressive. Electronics EB fell the most more than 4 years after General Electric companies abandoned plans to sell its appliance business to the Swedish manufacturer about $3.3 billion because of opposition from the U.S. All right, let's take a look at the stock market here. The Dow's going to start today up 369 for 96 points at 17,847.63. S&P 520 today 1.69 and Nasdaq 5,142.27. In Beijing has issued its first red alert for smog, urging schools to close and invoking restrictions on factories and travel weather will keep the city's vehicles off the roads, which is half of it. Ordinary matters make up only 5% of the universe in the West and is still undetected. As user numerical simulations have been predicted that in the West and the ordinary matter might be looking at the large-scale structures that form the cosmic web. Orbital ATK 6 vessel launches Cygnus to the International Space Station. Within the next year, perhaps, in just a couple of months, a young soldier will be suffering a horrific injury in a bomb blast in Afghanistan will be an administrative of surgery to be performed for the first time in the U.S. Findings of an ongoing Phase 2A study to evaluate from the safety and efficiency of investigational chemic antigen receptor T cells therapy CTL019 and certain types of relapse and refractory non-Hodgkin lymphoma will be presented in oral one. German drug maker Merck KGaA will send one seek regulatory approval for experimental cancer medicine and postmade after the treatment failed the last stages of clinical tests. The British government has outlined a draft proposal that would be, for the first time, European Union citizens charge access to the medical care within the United Kingdom. Peter Cheldusam is out 8:05. Time out for spot report here. The New England Patriots lose to the Philadelphia Eagles 35-20. Is now they are in a three-way tie for first place at 10-2 with the Cincinnati Bengals 1 seed and Denver 2 seed. Tonight, the Boston Bruins will be at the Garden, taking out the Nashville Predators while the Boston Celtics will be down in New Orleans, taking out the New Orleans Pelicans. Game time 8 o'clock, which is 7 o'clock their time. Peter Cheldusam is out 8:06 and sat out for Trevor reported this Monday morning. Back to work, back to school. Beep, beep. Let's start you off out in Renown there, where Route 146 on the southbound side, it is slow from Lincoln all the way at the downtown Providence here, 95 on the southbound side, it is slow from Lincoln Escort all the way to downtown Providence, 95 on the northbound side, it is slow from Route 37 and Crescent all the way at the downtown Providence here, 138 on the westbound side, a little slow around the Newport Bridge, 195 on the westbound side, so from Route 114 all the way at the downtown Providence here, Route 6 to the eastbound side is a little slow for the 6-tag connectors. 6-tag connectors a little slow from Route 6 all the way at the 95 and downtown Providence here. 146 on both ends a little slow for after Route 99 in the Lincoln North Smithfield area. 99 on the northbound side is a little slow from 126 Lincoln to Route 122 in Woonsocket here. 24 on the northbound side is a little slow after Route 140 in Taunton here. 95 on the northbound side it's a little slow around Route 1 in Sharon due to an accident. 95 on the northbound side around Route 1 in Sharon Walpole stretch here. At 95 on the northbound side, a little slow before Route 128 in Canton here. 495 stop and go from Route 16 in Milford all the way out to the Mass back in Westport. 290 eastbound side slow from 146 in Worcester all the way after Route 9. 146 on the northbound side, a little slow before Route 290 in Worcester. Mass back on the westbound side, a little slow after 495 in Westport here. Route 24 on the northbound side, a little slow around Route 139, still all the way after Route 128 in Canton here. Route 128 on the northbound side, slow from the Braintree Split all the way out to Route 24. Route 3 on the northbound side, slow from 228 in Rockland all the way out to the Braintree Split. 120 on the southbound side, a little slow from the Braintree Split from 37 all the way out to the Braintree Split. Mass back on the eastbound side, it is slow from 37 all the way out to the Austin Brighton Tolls. Mass back on the westbound side, it is slow from Southeast Expressway all the way out to the Austin Brighton Tolls here. 120 on the northbound side, so from Route 1 and Norwood all the way out to Route 20 Walfam. We got some accidents here. 120 on the northbound side, accident around Great Plain Avenue in Needhamere. Another accident on 120 around Route 9 in Wellesley. Another accident around Grove Street. And got a couple of accidents between exits 20 and exits 25 128. So expect a lot of delays around Route 128 here. Southeast Expressway on the northbound side, a little slow from the Braintree Split all the way out to the Mass back so it's backed up on the northbound side. Southbound side is backed up for the Dorchester stretch. You get an accident here on Southeast Express on the northbound side before 203, so expect delays here. 93 to the southbound side of Boston is slow from Store Drive to the Government Center. 93 to the southbound side slow from Wilmington all the way out to the Zakin Bridge. Route 1 to the southbound side slow from Route 62 to Chelsea all the way out to Route 1 in Charlestown around Route 93 here. 128 on the northbound side it is over 95 in Peabody all the way at the Beverly. 120 to the southbound side it is over Reddit all the way at the Waltham. Route 2 to the westbound side, a little over the Lexington stretch. Route 2 to the eastbound side, so from Route 60 to Arthur all the way at the Belmont, about to the Fresh Pond Parkway at Cambridge here. Route 3 to the southbound side it is so from 485 and all the way at the Billerica. 93 to the northbound side it is so from Mandover all the way at the Lawrence. 485 to the southbound side it is so from Mandover all the way out to Route 93. Route 101 in the eastbound side, the little of an Exeter stretch, and then hit brakes again before Route 95 at Hampton here. Spotted Turnpike on the southbound side, the little around Route 4 Durham, New Hampshire here. On the main turnpike, looking good from York and Augusta via Portland here, and 295 looking good from Portland and Gardner here. Okay, let's take a look at MBTA alerts here. On the subway, Blue Line was missed around delays due to an early disabled train. On the commuter rail, commuter rail, favorite Whistle Line, train 509, 745 a.m. from substation operating 15-20 minutes beyond schedule, and route from Back Bay Station. Favorite Whistle Line, train 505, 7 a.m. from substation operating 20-30 minutes beyond schedule due to track work. Now we're at the Navy Station, and Freeman Whistle Line, train 507, 7:15 a.m. from substation is now operating 10-15 minutes due to track work. And route to Fairbanks Station here. And the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Challenger's is out 8:11 here at Town Alpha. Weather reported this Monday morning. Back to work, back to school. Patchy, dense fog and black ice this morning. Drivers should again be alert for rapid changes in visibility due to patchy dense fog for early this morning across portions of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut. Fog will be most widespread near river valleys and other low-lying areas. If you encounter fog, also be alert for patchy black ice forming where temperatures have dropped to below freezing. Be especially careful if roads appear to be wet, as conditions will put mid to late morning temperatures climb to the 40s into the 50s and road today early morning patchy fog. Here. Alright, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For today, most of the skies have about 59 degrees. Light and variable wind becoming west around 5 miles in the morning. Here. Tonight, increased skies about 34 degrees, north for about 7 miles an hour. Here. For Tuesday, most of the skies to mostly cloudy skies have about 43 degrees, north for about 6 miles an hour. Here. For Tuesday, most skies going about 29 degrees, light north wind. For Wednesday, part size skies about 47 degrees. Calm wind becoming 5 to 7 miles an hour in the afternoon. Here, when that is a shot before 2 a.m. Most skies about 37 degrees, chest patient 20%. Thursday, part size skies about 52 degrees. For that, most skies about 36 degrees. Friday, part size skies about 54 degrees. Friday night, part size about 39 degrees. Saturday, most size skies about 55 degrees. Saturday night, most skies about 43 degrees. And for Sunday, part size skies about 39 degrees. Here. Alright, currently here in Norton here, it is 42 degrees with hazy skies. Humidity is 89%. It is time out. And that's me for the Peter Chell Morning News. And it's December 7th, 2015 on a Monday. Peter, I hope you have a good day with a good bye today. You know, I will see you later on. Bye-bye, everybody.